Welcome to the Strategic Oracle, the transmission space where timing meets soul and wealth begins with the rhythm. Let's begin. This is the bonus episode in the Future Trends podcast. It's the cosmic code of wealth. This is what billionaires know that entrepreneurs must now learn. So what is cosmic wealth? The cosmic wealth code is the energetic architecture that governs how, when, and why wealth flows. This isn't woo, this isn't like out there, this is an actual pattern. And when it's activated, it allows you to align launches with timing windows, grow revenue with lunar and planetary cycles, structure investments to support, not drain your field, and map legacies to seasons of visibility, contraction, and truth. Because J.P. Morgan once said, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. And he wasn't wrong. So let's look at the cosmic timing system and your celestial wealth intelligent structures. Jupiter is all about expansion. Jupiter signals when to grow. Saturn is all about refinement and signals when to build structure. Uranus is about innovation and signals when to pivot or disrupt. Neptune is about dissolution, when to let go of illusion or to let go and release. Pluto is about transformation, and this is where your true power lies. And you're not meant to run all five at once and be running after them and chasing them. You're meant to know which one is dominant for you right now. So let's look at the current field conditions. So Jupiter is in Cancer, as I've mentioned, and that's from June 25th to June 2026. And so wealth becomes emotional intelligence. You've heard me say that. And this is the era of resonance in marketing and value-aligned investing and home-based leadership. Your audience is asking you, do I feel safe in your field? Now, what about that Saturn and Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees in Aries in February of 2026? What does that mean? That means structure meets spirit. What you build now must hold the frequency, not just the function. Doesn't mean you have to become front-facing with intuition and soul and do things that are visibly out there as a spiritual leader. That's not that. This isn't that. What it does mean, though, is using your inner knowing, diving into your well of wisdom, basing things on your intuition or your instinct, and going with that coding. Pluto in Aquarius, we've now been here for the last handful of months. This is the age of sovereign wealth. This is decentralization. It's crypto. It's value redistribution. This is the long game, and legacy won't look the same in just a few years. So what about when strategy meets the sky? What are some tips that I can give you, irrespective of who you are, what your signature is, what you're doing? These go for anybody. You can launch with the moon. The new moon is when you can begin. The first quarter is when you can act. The full moon is when you can become visible or when you can do some sales and outreach for that revenue pop. And the last quarter is when you refine and reset and rest. What about looking at Saturn? Saturn just moved into Aries. But where is Saturn for you? How Saturnian are you? What's your structural home base? And you can use that to price and hire and scale without burnout. What about expanding with Jupiter? Jupiter transits show your personal wealth codex. It's your vortex. It's your money and prosperity. You can get that whirling energy around you. When you know it, you can build there. And transforming with Pluto. The fear you avoid where you've unclaimed yourself. You've left yourself wanting. This is where your wealth lives. And here's the thing. Pluto gets such a bad rap. Pluto doesn't take prisoners. Pluto doesn't hold you hostage. Pluto offers you power. But it will scare you to death in the meantime. But that's okay. You can be here for it. So what about building a cosmic wealth blueprint? What practices could we talk about? You could map your lunar cycle. You could circle your next new moon And you can plan your next creation to begin within 48 hours. We do that here on this podcast. You can look at your Jupiter alignment strategy. Look at your rising sign. Find your Jupiter house. There's your zone of intuitive expansion. You can anchor it. What about cosmic budget creation? I do this with all my clients. You can create a quarter using the growth with the Jupiter season, the refinement with the Saturn season, that pause with the Neptune and Pluto integration. You can also name your greatest weakness, that self-sabotaging energy. Where are you clinging to structure? Hello, Saturn. Where are you addicted to change? Hello, Uranus. Where do you fear visibility? Neptune, my friend. Where are you hiding your power? Hello, Pluto. And choose one and begin the process with it. Again, this isn't going for the 5. It's choosing one, the one that resonated with you the most, that you said, ooh, I know, that's the one. Then you can choose a wealth frequency word for yourself. Words I've been using lately are sovereignty, spaciousness, influence, legacy, wealth itself. You can pick one and you can build everything around it. Now let's look at the codex integration by signature. So each signature has a distinct wealth pathway. So for you wise strategists, time wealth through systems of sustainability. For you intuitive visionary, lead through values and market resonance. Collaborative explorer, create scalable ecosystems for shared abundance. Ruling warrior, anchor your authority and price based on your integrity. Creative superstar, oh my goodness, monetize joy and beauty and magnetic presence. And loving alchemist, you channel your emotional alchemy into energetic ROI. So this isn't new strategy. This codex is built on ancient wisdom, on energetic resonance, and on accurate remembrance. So if you're a founder, creative, or public figure who's outgrown the old rules, this is the signal your system's been waiting for. And if you want your own personal Cosmic Wealth Codex, then you can apply for the activation at kwteam@kimwoods.com and go ahead and send a message saying, I am ready for my Codex activation. And we will start you on the pathway to discover your personalized rhythm for wealth, impact, and restoration. I simply adore you. And happy soul tidings. You've been listening to the Strategic Oracle, where success isn't scaled from speed, but from soul. If this stirred something real, follow it. Apply for activation, enter the vault, or pause right here. Integration is leadership too. Because the truth is, you were never meant to chase the timing. You are meant to become it.